Welcome to Umoja 2 TV.
You're watching Umoja 2 TV. We're live with Umoja 2 TV. You're watching Umoja 2 TV. You're watching Umoja 2 TV.
Which I listened to all of it, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for your help in us. So I'd like to give you guys a little credit for our win tonight. We got to listen to all your insight during the game.
Welcome, Umoja 2 TV. We're back. Back there. Let him play through it. Nick Jurdy wide open. Oh, the floor play! The six. Oh! Eagles triggered it in. Long three by Hotel. Oh, good look. Sloan scores 38. Whoa. Oh, wow. AJ, how you feel about the game, guys?
The best team in this section, honestly. This is what we expect.
Yes.
We expect to win. Nothing less. A blowout.
You hear what these guys say? They expect to win, Coach. That is Umoja 2 TV. Peace.
Welcome. I'm Coach Danzy alongside my partner, Coach Fuller. This is Umoja 2 TV weekly basketball high school remix show. Coach, what are your thoughts so far? You're getting started right away. We're going to jump right into it.
Oh, well, I'm getting very excited about this upcoming sectional. It's going to be an exciting year. We know that it's anybody's year this year. There's no clear-cut favorite. But also, I want to take this opportunity also to let you know that we apologize. We were slated to come this week with the top 10 players, and we're going to have to forego this show, but we will be back with you for the next show. And it's promised to be on and popping. And also, next week, we will be announcing Umoja 2's TV Coach of the Year. And our coaching candidates, once again, leading the way in chronological order, is we have Mark Usher of the Saratoga Blue Streaks, Dave Domel of the CBA Brothers, and Tony DeZekis of Shenandoah, Greg Davis of Troy High, and rounding out our list, last but certainly not least, is John Lee of the Boston Spa Scotties. Yeah. So, Coach, there you have it. Next week, it promised to be another impactful show.
It's going to be very busy next week, Coach. You got a lot of stuff to unpack.
Absolutely,
we got
lots
we got the first round, we got the second round. All that's going to be a busy show next week.
It's going to be a very, very busy show next week.
Don't be sure to miss it. Also, remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, follow on all our social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, let's get right to the bracket. Coach, they start this week. They start Wednesday.
They start Wednesday, yeah.
A lot of coaches I know now have been practicing and working hard.
Getting it in, getting excited.
I know some coaches like to have some scrimmages in there too sometimes. So we'll see, how these guys come out.
Yeah, I spoke to some people out there, and they was telling me that, yeah, they had some games that they were going to be reffing for scrimmages and different things of that nature.
Okay, we got Saratoga up first, Coach. They have a bye. Mm-hmm. Okay, so deservedly so.
Absolutely.
They definitely earned that bye there. Ending the season out on an 18-game winning streak. I mean, that's incredible.
Longest winning streak in history of the program.
Yeah, the Blue Streaks. That's
absolutely. Right. With Saratoga, like you said, they definitely deserve the bye. They earned it. I mean, these guys are playing very good basketball right now, very team basketball right now. They get a rest right now. The only thing about Saratoga is, when you have a winning streak like that, you have to be careful and guard against the fact. This is what Mark Usher is going to have to, and Coach Shear is going to have to keep these guys grounded over there. New season. It's 0-0.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so you got to put that 17, 18 game winning streak in the back of your mind is out there, because what happens is you can get into the game and now you get afraid of losing instead of trying to win.
Right.
So that's what Saratoga will have their struggles probably. I'm not saying they will or will not, but that was something that they have to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very deep team as well, Coach. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Coach Usher can just go to that bench anytime and get somebody in there who to replace someone who's not focused, not ready to go. You know, with that deep bench. So I'm looking forward to them. See how well they play this season. You know, they lost in the second round last year.
Right.
You know, to a tough Schenectady team.
Right.
So I know they're looking to to rebound from that.
They're definitely looking to redeem themselves, and now they're definitely the hunted this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another thing you have to be mindful of. It's a different type of thing when you come in and you're the hunted. You know what I mean? Versus being a hunter.
Yes, sir.
One more thing real quickly. That's the mindset of a coach. A coach has to rearrange that mindset and use reverse psychology and make them the hunted and make them feel like they're the hunters instead of feeling like they're the hunted. You know what I mean? So that would be the job of the coach.
Yeah, so Coach, we move on to the next set of games there. It's Boston Spa versus LaSalle.
Right.
You know, we got a 8 versus 9 there. Two teams are closely matched up as far as their rank in the sections here. Coach, I mean, with the marvelous job that Coach Lee did there, I mean, he got his team a home game in the first round.
He did.
You know, I mean,
did.
Great job by him.
Yes, absolutely. He's done a fantastic job with that program. I think that's their first under his tutelage, under his tenure. His first even sectional game, if I remember correctly. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that's what he was saying. He was looking forward to doing this thing. This thing was kind of new to him, and he was hoping he got a home game out, and he did. And deservedly so. That's why he's in our top 5 coaching candidates of the year, because of the wonderful job that he's doing over there. And with Turner and
Luke Altieri.
Yeah, those guys have been steadying the ship over there for the Scotties, and now they find themselves in a great position right now moving forward.
And you got LaSalle, Coach. They've been pretty decent playing against some of the teams in the Suburban Council this year. They lost to Saratoga, lost to CBA, but they beat Bethlehem after Altieri went down. No, did they play them? I'm not sure they played them. They didn't beat them, but they were in the same tournament as CBA's tournament. But they played pretty well match up with those two teams. And then they played a very good Army Academy team and played them to a 5-point loss. So, you know, it depends on what type of LaSalle team comes out and play. DeNolo, I just heard Joe DeNolo, the leading scorer in their team, their captain. He just committed to a school in Connecticut, Wesleyan, a Division III school down there. So congratulations to Joe DeLolo.
Yep, absolutely good for him.
Yes, getting your commitment, get that all out the way before sectional start, so you can get more focus. So that was good. So this team here has a little bit of size. You know, remember Ian Duncan, that guy played very well against CBA before he fouled out.
Yeah, he did play well against CBA.
So we get issues. Only issues you really have with him is fouling out, making crazy fouls.
Yeah, not being as disciplined as he could need to be. Right. Because that really hurt them when he went to the bench for that game. He was kind of their vocal point of providing their offense.
Yeah, and a lot of energy from that guy too.
Absolutely.
And also Seth LaFlores. I mean, that kid there, man, got a lot of pizzazz, a lot of razzle dazzle.
Yes, he does. You know? Yes, he does.
So the team here, you got the point guard. You know, he's the lefty. He's really good at that point guard, handling that ship. So this coach, you know, it's gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah.
You know,
very interesting.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, who are you going with?
It's tough, Coach. I mean, it's tough. I see LaSalle play. I see LaSalle play.
This is a really good matchup.
Yeah, I see LaSalle play. You know, 2 tough teams in the Suburban Council, just CBA and Saratoga. Then I heard about them losing by 5 to Academy.
Right.
But Boston Spa lost a 2-point game to Shin. You know, so it's up in the air. But if I had to pick, Coach, it depends on how DeNolo comes out. If he comes out with a determination of just like really ready to get it in, I have to give them the edge. I just worry about DeNolo, Coach, just want to be outside shooter, not getting physical enough. If he just turns it up, it could be a long night for Boston Spa.
Well, I mean, if that's not something that has not been prevalent in his game thus far, it'd be difficult for him just to turn that on in a blink of an eye in the spur of the moment. I'm going with Boston Spa, obviously. I think Boston Spa is peaking at the right time. And early in the season, they had some struggles. Nonetheless, they did have some struggles. They were coming out, but this is a team who recently lost to Troy by 10 points, lost to Shaker by 4 points, lost to Shin by 2 points, and they just won their last 3 games that they're playing. I think they're poised right now for a good run. And this matchup bodes well for them, actually. You know what I mean? I think if it's a team right now that they can beat and move on in the playoffs, it would be LaSalle.
Okay.
I would be LaSalle. I mean, I just feel like Boston Spa, where they're rolling. And another thing, you have before. Let me let you concede to you for a second before I go forward.
Okay.
So,
we concede to what?
I'm going to concede my time. Do you have any other thoughts on this? Or,
Oh no, I gave my thoughts. I mean,
gave your
after you get done, I'll probably chime if I see something like.
So you want me?
If I see something crazy come out your mouth, then I'll correct you. But right now, you're doing good.
Everything is legit.
Legit.
All right. Well, you could expect to be quiet for the duration. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So LaSalle, another thing, LaSalle doesn't play their regular season games in the AA. So that, I mean, to say that they're not really probably as battle tested as they can be.
Coach, let me stop you there.
Go right ahead.
Only because I agree with that because they came in 3rd place in the Colonial.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? How, are you battle tested enough
that's what I'm
to
wondering.
really get in there with the AA?
I mean, you got Ravina Coleman. They won that game by 37. Niski Union, 15. They played Coles and won by 43.
Wow.
Catholic Central, they won by 6. Ichabod Crane, they won by 26. These are games that you're not really being battle tested. When you look at Boston Spa, Colony, Schenectady, CBA, Saratoga, Green Tech team in which they beat.
Right. Yes.
You know what I mean? So when I look at those components of it, I think Boston Spa, this is a game that might be right for them. Might be right for the picking for them. So I'm going to go with Boston Spa.
Yeah, that's a good one. But, I mean, at the same time, LaSalle played like maybe about 3 of the toughest teams in the section. They played Academy, lost by 5. You know, they played CBA. You know, they lost a good number there. You know what I mean? About
16.
Like about 16. They're in that game midway to the 3rd quarter, Coach, and it's got away from with Ian Duncan.
When he fouled out, I will give you that.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
And then you had them playing Saratoga. You know what I mean?
And they only lost by 9 in that game.
In their home gym. That was a bad look there. But they can turn on. Is what I'm saying.
Can they compete with AA teams? Yes.
Yes.
I mean, the teams that we were mentioning that they lost against, I mean, CBA beat Boston Pops by 16. You know what I mean? Same amount they beat LaSalle by.
Right.
You know what I mean? Saratoga, I think Saratoga handed Boston Spa behind by like 25. So your point you're making is well taken.
Yeah.
Can they match up and ball out?
Yeah.
Yes. I just think Boston Spa is peaking at the right time. Their confidence is really, really high.
Yeah. Okay, Coach. Well, I think we spent enough time on that one. Unless you got any pressing things you want to say about
I got
this
one more. No, we can move on. We can move on. We're done.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Colony, Albany High, Coach. We got a 4 versus a 13 here. Albany High Falcons against the Colony Guarded Raiders. So this is a home game for Colony. Colony's been pretty much successful there all year, losing a 1-point game in CBA there. Everybody else, I believe, took an L in that gym.
Right, yeah.
So, and Albany High did a fantastic job the last time out against Colony at their home.
They did.
And they lost by 4 or 8 or 8.
It was 8 points.
8-point games they lost to the Guarded Raiders by. And that was recent.
Wow.
So, I mean, the Falcons might come here thinking they got a legit shot.
They might feel,
you know what I mean?
So, I mean, if you're a coach, you're in there telling them, hey, guys, you know what I mean? We only lost by 8 points to these guys.
Right.
So that shows we can compete.
Yeah, right.
You know, and I'll tell you, I mean, we don't bar anything crazy in this game.
No.
But what I will tell you is we can get a kind of a close-up here, and this is crazy because I'm just going to show this. I'm not implying anything, but when I was doing the brackets on my paper, I had Colony Albany. I accidentally put Albany as advancing as opposed to Colony, and I had to cross out Albany. It was like, what are you doing?
That's your Falcon pride coming out.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, because anything other than that is uncivilized. But I just want to make note of that. But anyhow, I don't expect bar any crazy things happening. I think Colony will be able to take care of business with Albany High and move forward, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, Colony after that scare at Albany High, I think I might have woken them up a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you got a 2-game winning team all season. They're like 2-16 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So this would be a drastic failure for the Garden Raiders if they lose this
Monumental.
game. Monumental.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not be able to recover from this.
No, you
know what I mean? Like, so I mean, all the pressure is on not on Army High. Is on CBA. I mean,
it's on Colin. It's on Colin. I mean, and what came to mind was when I was thinking about this, was actually Albany when they versus Connecticut in the tournament came to me, and I started thinking all these parallels in my mind. Colony, Lucius Jordan. You know, I spoke to him about that game. He was like, "Yo, this is one of the games that you live for." I was actually looking forward to that game and everything, but. You know, can this happen? Can Albany come in? Anything can happen. Right. The likelihood of this happening is slim to nil.
Yeah. So we both got Connie advanced in this one, probably with a comfortable lead too as well. You know what I mean? I think Connie would definitely snap out of whatever funk they were in at the Falcons Nest.
I mean, lately they haven't been in the funk. They've been willing off win after win against some really quality programs.
Yeah. All right. So next up we have Troy. Versus Guilderland, Coach. You know, Troy is the team I had in my top 5 all year. I mean,
and you keep saying it every week.
Every week I'm gonna say.
All right.
I am not going against my team in this one. Either are you. This is a slam dunk right here, Coach.
Yes.
I mean, this calls them right now. This is over right now.
This is done right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Guilderland. I mean, you show up because you got to play the game.
Right.
But I don't bar anything crazy happening.
No.
I don't. A flu would have to break out or something crazy like that. The Troy players.
Yeah.
Troy players.
Coach, let's just move right on.
Let's move on.
Troy wins
Troy advances.
Yes. We go back to the bracket again, Coach, and we got Shin has a bye this week. Coach, I have a little bit of concerns about this bye.
You took exception with the bye.
Yes,
you did. So I'll let you have that.
Not crazy, but this county came in second place in the Suburban Council in the grade division. How does Shin leapfrog them? How's that happen? And Connie's been on a run in the last, 4 or 5 games.
They beat Shin in that process.
Yeah. So how can these people who make up these brackets justify that move? Could you explain that, please?
I think, I attempted to get him on the phone. I'm just joking. Attempted to reach out to them. I would like to know myself, how do you come up with this stuff? How do you make sense of these type of things that happen? I mean, Colony's definitely been on the roll. I mean, early on in the year, and when I looked at them, it didn't really, it's just what happened. When they lost early in the year to Bethlehem, they lost, it was like, you just didn't expect it to happen, especially in the way that it happened. So it kind of took a little bit of a zeal out of them a little bit. And then when we covered them a couple times, the way they were playing, they just seemed like they weren't gelling. Their chemistry wasn't working together like we thought it would on the onset of the season. But nonetheless, down the stretch now, they've been clicking on all cylinders. But anyhow, they gave Shin the #1 seed, and that's what it is. So move forward.
So the next one on the list is Shaker Green Tech. You got a 7 versus a 10 there, Coach. Shaker with the home. This is deja vu?
This is deja vu.
This happened last year.
Yeah, we're doing
same exact thing.
We're doing it all over again.
Wow.
All over again.
Wow. So we can see the same thing happen too? We can see the same outcome?
See, the funny thing about this whole game is that I wasn't co-signing the same results of last year.
Right.
I really wasn't. My mindset was Green Tech was coming in and win this game. I was picking Green Tech.
Okay.
I was picking Green Tech. However, unfortunately, due to circumstances that happened during the game that we've been made aware of, three of the players are out. One notably player is Herman Swazzle. He's out because of apparently there was a altercation during and he got into it, so he got suspended for a game. And then Rufus McLean, he left the bench while this was going on. So as a result, he was penalized for a game as well.
Wow.
And then Kuntz one of the other players broke their hand.
Okay.
So
hope he gets well. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But having that information come in and being privy to that information now, it would be very difficult for me to go with Green Tech.
Yeah.
Very difficult, because I thought Suazo, after seeing him out against CBA, if it's one thing that he would be able to let them big men at least be honest.
Right,
he would
right.
keep them honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And provide some interior presence for the Eagles to be able to battle inside. They can't expect to have all their offense come from Russell and J-Rod and think that they can win this game. It'd be a tall, tall order for them to get that type of offense and be able to compete against this game.
You're absolutely right, Coach. I got Shaker in this one. Not even close. I had him before the two players got suspended and the player broke his hand. So this even makes it even more clear for me.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
I mean, and it was really, I was going to really chew you up in this game. I really was, but you got let off the hook, unfortunately. But yeah, Shaker, Shaker has some,
questions. Yes, they do.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Shaker has some questions.
But at the same time, Coach, it is kind of sad to see, though, because I want to see, their best players play.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you don't get no joy out of something like that. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
So not having Suazo there is disappointing.
Very. Especially the way he played against CBA. I would love to see him go against that 6'8" and 6'9" front line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That they have over there.
Because if you have some questions about, Cook and Sloan not giving it, not playing with that type of energy,
tenacity,
that type of, aggressiveness they need to play with.
And I know Green Tech was bringing the toughness to the game. After having went down last year and coming back this year and being able to redeem yourself, you come in with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean? That you want to prove. Yep. Hey, listen, they had a chip on their shoulder last year. Coming into the game. You know what I mean? That everybody was seemingly counting them out. And things of that nature. So they.
Okay, so we both got Shaker in that one.
We both got Shaker.
Okay, so we'll move right on. You got anything else pressing about this game?
No.
No, you sure?
Something jogged my memory about who really, I think, won that game last year, but we'll get back to that.
Who won the Shaker? Green Tech game last year? Green Tech won that last year?
Yeah, Green Tech won it last year. That's what I thought. I think I missaid Shaker moved on
last
year.
Okay.
So I want to correct
that.
No,
I think you said it right, but we can check it again.
All right.
Hey, fans, let us know if he said it misspoke, all right? Now we got CBA versus Cavan Central.
Yeah, another game that we really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on.
No.
Yeah, it really...
CBA walks away with this one.
Yeah,
let's not even play here.
All right.
And the thing about CBA loves to close games. So if they end up being Cavan Central by 7, that's by Domel's design.
You ain't never lied.
I mean, come on.
Every fourth quarter, he's working on this and running that and preparing for the next game. And I don't say that in no disrespect to Catholic Central, but that's what really good coaches do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You start when you know you got a game in hand, you start preparing for the next. Now he'll tell you, I don't look ahead and I don't who's in front of us. Coaches will tell you all. Yeah, he'll tell you all that politically correct stuff and all the right stuff to say. But that's when you start saying, okay, let's look what we can do, how we can be for the next game.
That's right. So we were right along. CBA wins that one. In the last set of games, Bethlehem versus Columbia, Coach.
Oh, no.
We have some disagreements here.
Yes, we do.
All right, Coach. We both haven't seen much of Columbia this year. Except for the CBA game they had, in the CBA holiday tournament, alumni tournament. But Columbia got some players over there, Coach. I just don't think they have enough height to really compete with a lot of the teams that are above them in Suburban Council this year, as far as the records are concerned. But since Bethlehem is down since Otel went out, Coach, I'm going to go with Columbia because they got guard play that's very, very good. So I'm gonna go with that. But I know AJ Irons is a good coach, so don't this is what I'm a little on the fence about. But I'm gonna go with Columbia. But I know AJ Irons can come up with a game plan. To take on Columbia. I mean, that's not an issue for him. But I think Columbia might have enough. I don't really think that they recovered yet without Ortel. But they did beat Troy without him, though. So
I know they did. They did beat Troy. However, I mean, their last 3 games, I think it is last 3 games, they lost to Saratoga by 15, they lost to CBA by 13, they lost to Colony by like 25. You know what I mean? So after that Troy game, they beat Boston Spa, but against the 3 or more of the elite teams, upper echelon teams of the divisions, they haven't fared well. And I know this is not Columbia is not CBA. They're not Colony. They're Saratoga. I get that part.
Right.
You know what I mean? But your point of where they're at with Ortel, it's and I reached out to him to try to find out an update to his injury, but he didn't return my message. But it'd be really interesting to see. But I think that because, like you cited, Bethlehem beat Troy and Coach Iron and what they're able to do, I mean, I think they could be able to pull it out.
Yeah.
I think they'd be able to pull it. I mean, without Ortel, even earlier in the season after he went out, they lost by Shin to Shin 19, lost to Shaker by 12, lost to Amsterdam by 1, lost to LaSalle by 11. So after the Ortel, it's been really I can't even say an up season for them. It's really been a down season for them.
Daunting.
Daunting is the word that you're looking for. It's been a really daunting season for Bethlehem. I just think that the Columbia team, they've been like, they haven't really fared well against in the division.
Yeah, they haven't beat anybody of note.
I think they beat Troy. Columbia.
You sure?
My memory serves me right. They beat Troy by 11 points, actually.
Oh, I gotta check that.
Yeah, check that. But that was. But they lost to Gilderland almost the last game of the season. They lost to Gilderland by 1.
Ooh.
Prior to that, they lost to Colony by 23.
Ooh. So did Troy play them twice or once?
Troy played them once.
Okay, so that game, Coach, I got them on February 2nd. And Troy beat them 76-67.
Okay, so all right, I'm sorry, I'm wrong on that.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I don't know how I messed that up. I got the score right.
Yeah, right.
But I got the freaking who won wrong.
Yeah.
So that even says even more. So Columbia, that's a tough. Like I said, without Ortel, as a coach, you're going, we might have a shot. With Ortel, you had no shot.
Right.
But I think Bethlehem will be able to sustain themselves, having been in these battles and having come out on top of some of them, be able to sustain themselves against Columbia and come away with the victory.
Yeah. And the only thing I would like to add to that, Coach, is that, Bethlehem played them twice this year, right? So they played them on December 21st, and they beat them by 19, 63-44.
Right.
Bethlehem beat them.
They sure did.
You know, and then they beat them again on the 13th, 67-58. So I don't know what I was thinking picking them, but we'll see.
Well, that's why they play the game. Doctors say that, right?
Yeah. Okay, Coach, that's the bracket there, Coach.
Well,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Coach.
So, go ahead.
I do have something to say, but I want to see where you're going.
No, go.
All right. Well, I was going to talk about that is the bracket. I'm sorry. There are some other notable matchups as we move to the second round, but I'll let you chime in now.
What, the second round?
Yeah, we're looking at a Troy High Colony matchup.
Okay. So let me make sure I got it right. Yes.
What's your thoughts on that matchup? I mean,
we can think ahead because we're not the coaches or the players.
Thank you. Thank you for the disclaimer, because I was about to give one like, they already know. This is
no crystal ball over here.
Right,
people.
we're projecting that we should see a second round matchup that features Colony against Troy High.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, it's a tough game, Coach. It could be a tough game both ways. There was a close game when both teams met at the Guards Rangers home.
Right.
I think it's gonna be physical. You got Johnson there that stepped up for Troy. The Fine Horses, man. He played big.
Yes.
Faison came off the bench and played the whole first quarter.
Right.
He was out of sync when he got in the game.
He was.
I hope he got his behavior or whatever issue he had under the wraps now.
Right.
He'll probably start. Or if he doesn't start, he probably come off the bench a lot sooner, and that's going to bode well for them. He was trying to find his shot in that game, it never came.
It was one of those things I want to get in and contribute. He really didn't let the game come to him. It was like, I'm sitting here, I didn't start, I want to get in and have an impact right away. It never worked out for him.
So I think this time you're going to see a different Troy team, Coach, coming in. So I like Troy a lot. I do. I really do. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, to a degree, Troy plays very well. I mean, they match up with anybody well. With Merritt, Faison, Johnson, Cassell, they have a balanced attack and can beat anyone on any given night. So I definitely do understand the thoughts with Troy. This could be a really good matchup. I mean, Colony's on the road. They won their last 9 or 10 games. I think the only game they lost was that one against Albany Academy. Who's not losing against Albany Academy up here? You know what I mean?
I think Saratoga will give them a run, but I digress.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. And you know, head-to-head, Troy beat them. I mean, no, Colony won that game, that head-to-head game. But it was a really close game. It was a really close game. Colony has arguably the best player, you know what I mean?
In the section,
you know what I mean? So it's hard. When he gets going and he just wills himself.
He's a locomotive.
He's a locomotive, so it's really tough.
Yeah.
You know, and that game was at Colony, and it was a close game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean...
Yeah, Greg Davis knows, you know how to get those guys motivated,
he does.
Put them in good situations on the court.
With Colony, you kind of don't know what guard play you're going to get.
Right.
You know what I mean? I will give them credit. As of recently, they seem to be appeared to step up and play a little bit more solid and more from a generalship role from that position.
Right.
But you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Do you get A-Bar and Merritt matching up, and now it becomes a mano thing? You know, see, those are the things that can all play a factor in this kind of game.
And I think in a situation like that happens, I think that works in Merritt's favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything to get the ball out of Isaiah Mo's hand.
Right.
Yeah, you want to go ahead? I mean, yeah, go ahead. Let's go one-on-one then.
Please do.
You know what I mean?
I welcome it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's just those little things, too, that you have to think about. And Troy, I mean, it's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Good matchup.
All right, the second one here, coach, is the possible, coach. Possible, right? Mm-hmm. So we got possible Shaker versus CBA.
Is it CBA or Shin?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Shin versus Shaker. I'm
okay.
sorry. Shin versus Shaker. Yeah. So Mahoney's back. Cooker's back from his injury. And that's the best thing I can say about that team right now. Shin probably rolls in that one by about 9 to 10 points in that game.
I'm not going to go on a limb and say anything about right now. I'm going to save it for the viewers next week about what my pick is in that game. However, what I will tell you is that I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I really do. Shaker has the pieces to compete. I mean, if you look at the Section 2 if you look at the AA conference from top to bottom, man to a man, you almost probably say Shaker has the best team.
I know they came in the season, everybody thought that.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
You got 2 6'9s.
Absolutely.
And they all can ball.
They can ball.
They can handle the rock and shoot it. You know what I mean?
And then the captain of the ship, the captain, Mahoney, he rides the ship. I mean, that dude gets after it.
Energize the bunny. And you got a guard that came in that transferred from Water to Elite.
He gets after it. And then the sophomore, Clayton, who's been playing minutes for you.
Yeah.
He goes hard defensively. He'll chase anybody all around the court if need be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would like to say this is the time that you're supposed to be getting your team together. This is the time you want them peaking at the road. When we spoke to Coach Haver earlier in the year, Coach Haver said, all this doesn't matter. You know what I mean? We did this kind of last year and we lost. First round. So all this doesn't matter. I mean, and so this is the time that you say that. This is the time you want to say all that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? This is the time now. So hopefully at this juncture in the season, you have your team exactly where you want them to be, poised to compete. And live up to the team that everybody predicted. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'll stay tuned, but I'm just saying if they have the pieces to compete against the Shin team.
Yeah, I mean, we know Shin is already there in the second round. It's the Elite 8. Shaker still needs to get there, but if they get there, Shin's taking that. I'm just going to say it right now, but you can wait till next week for yours. I'm just going to keep it real. Now, if I see the first game between Shaker and Green Tech, and Shaker plays lights out against Green Tech, even though Green Tech has lost a player or two, if they look strong in that game, I might change my mind.
No, we're not letting you change your mind.
I'm going to change my mind.
Listen, when you had the opportunity to hold off on your pick and wait till next week, you chose to jump out the gym and make your pick now. So it's etched in stone.
People, I will be able to change my mind depending on how this first round game goes. Okay?
See, this is what I don't understand. If you are so inclined to make the pick before you see the game, why not be encouraged of your convictions and say that the game doesn't matter? The way you're talking is like the Shaker Green Tech game doesn't matter because you're jumping out the gym right now and going on the limb and saying, she ain't got this.
Okay, you want to go into the Final Four too now? You
No,
go to the
no,
Final
no,
Four
I'm
now?
good.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, it's going to be an exciting week.
Absolutely.
They play this Wednesday starting off, and do you want to say what game we're going to be at, or do we want to hold it up and just surprise people?
I don't care. Whatever you want to do, you can tell me.
Surprise them. I mean, we're either going to be at the Bush Spa, LaSalle game, or the Green Tech Shaker game, or the yeah, that's those two.
I'm about to say, I don't think you need to say anything else. I mean,
yeah,
not gonna be any else. But yes, I think that's about where be at one of those games covering.
Yeah, man. So buckle up, people. It's gonna be exciting, and I think that, Coach, you know, it's gonna be something that we wanna capture for the fans. But we're also gonna, like you said earlier, we're gonna have our top 10. We had a little malfunction. It's gonna be corrected. And we're going to have it ready for you next week, our top 10 players and our honorable mentions as well. So be ready for that. It's going to be something explosive, right?
Absolutely.
All regular season highlights there for that one. Coach, got any parting words you want to say to the peoples?
No, I have really not much to say except, I mean, if you can get out there and watch these young kids in action and watch them get busy. I'm expecting a very exciting matchups and a very exciting conclusion to the season. So if you got time to get out there and watch these kids get at it, by all means, get out there and support them.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Kelly, be ready to take us out. Our engineer, take us out. Umoja 2 TV. Peace.